Good evening, everybody. This is Steve Fletcher with a trumpet for my people. Today is April 18th, 2020. We're coming down to the wire. I have an amazing update for you guys today. This is going to really take a lot of you by surprise how this is all going to work out here. What I'm going to share with you, you know that April 29th is Israel's 72nd birthday on the Hebrew calendar. If we go to May 14th, 1948, we'll see that on the Hebrew calendar, Israel's birthday, Independence Day, was the 5th day of Iyar, and that is on the Hebrew calendar. That is their birthday. So if we go to 2020, we'll see that the 5th day of Iyar is April 29th, okay? So as we are watching April 29th and all of the things that we see with this, together with the 40 days of quarantine, together with the asteroids that are coming on April 29th, this is all connected to the fig tree generation. The fig tree generation, the sign of the rebirth of Israel. Okay? This generation shall not pass. It's the generation of the fig tree. But what if I were to tell you that just 3 days before April 29th is Israel's 73rd birthday? How is that? How is it that Israel can have a 73rd birthday before their 72nd birthday? Well, if we go to the Hebrew calendar, we'll see that April 29th is their 72nd birthday. But if we look at the exact number of days from May 14th, 1948, we're going to see that there are 73 biblical years that take us to April 26th, 2020. So let us take a look at April 26th as the 73rd birthday of Israel. First thing we need to understand is that a biblical year is 360 days. In Scripture, prophetic years of 360 days. And if we go 73 years times 360 days, this will be 26,280 days. From May 14th, 1948, 26,280 days is April 26th. 2020, the 73rd birthday of Israel. Isn't this amazing that we have the 73rd birthday in number of days, and 3 days later is the 72nd birthday on the Hebrew calendar. Both birthdays within 3 days. This is an amazing sign for us because the generation of the fig tree is what Jesus told us. This generation will not pass until all of these things have been fulfilled. 73 in the Strong's Greek Concordance. A gathering, a contest, and a struggle. A struggle in the soul. Has this ever been a struggle in the soul? To make it, and to stand strong and to stay the course, to finish the race to the gathering. 73, a gathering. It also means a girdle. That might not mean a lot to you right now, but if we take a look at the use of a girdle, number 73, the last usage, there are 9 uses of a girdle. The last usage is Isaiah 22:21. Let us take a look at that. It says, I will clothe him with your robe and strengthen him with your girdle, and I will commit your government into his hand. Now let us read verse 22. The key of the house of David I will lay on his shoulder. So he shall open and no one shall shut, and he shall shut and no one shall open. I have an amazing testimony about Isaiah 22:22. When I was praying, when I was 18 I was about 22 years old, I think, 22, 23 years old. And I was praying to God for a wife. And I had prayed to God from Revelation 3:7, the Church of Philadelphia, where it says, I have the key of David. I have the key of David. The door that I shut, no man shall open. This is what I prayed. And so I prayed to the Lord that God would open doors and that I would not have to force any issues, that the Lord would show me who my wife was, that I wouldn't have to be desperate, okay, to get married and all of that. I just wanted to put everything in the Lord's hands. And after I met Martha, I came back and I prayed to the Lord. And I said, Lord, wow, I really like this girl. Will you show me what I need to do? Or if this is your will, would you please show me? And the Lord spoke into my spirit Isaiah 22. Isaiah 22. So I opened up Isaiah 22 and I read from the beginning of the chapter. And Isaiah 22, I came down and it was Isaiah 22:22, and this verse jumped out of the page at me, and this is the exact prayer that I had prayed when I said, Lord, would you give me? Would you bless me with a wife? Would you open the doors for me? And God gave me this same exact verse in another chapter, in another place in the Bible. He spoke it into my spirit, Isaiah 22. And this verse is basically my life verse and the reason why I have 222 in my name. Okay? Steve Fletcher, 222. And to me, it has always meant the key of David. I've given you the key of David. So this is amazing when it talks about, I will clothe him with your robe and strengthen him with your girdle. I will commit your government into his hands. Okay, as we're looking at the rapture of the church, the government is going to be turned over to the Antichrist. So this is a dual fulfillment of the key of the kingdom, okay? The key of the kingdom being given for a short time to the Antichrist, well, because the restrainer is going to be taken out of the way, right? And then it goes on to say, the key of the house of David I will lay on his shoulder, so he shall open, no one shall shut, he shall shut, and no one shall open. So this brought us, this girdle, okay, the girdle brought us to my life verse. Okay, now I got another thing to share with you about this, is that based on the number of days, 26,280, 26 is the number of Yahweh, and 280 is a riddle. A riddle. And you know where this is found? In the book of Daniel. The book of Daniel that gives us the calendar. The riddle. It's found in Daniel 5:12. There's only one usage I was wondering if it was going to take us to Judges and the riddle of Samson. But no, that was not the usage of this. This usage of riddle, number 280, is only found in Daniel 5:12. Let us read together Daniel 5:12, and you will see how important this is. This man Daniel, whom the king called Belteshazzar, was found to have a keen mind and knowledge and understanding, and also the ability to interpret dreams, explain riddles, and solve difficult problems. Call for Daniel, and he will tell you what the writing means. And I think this is where it is written on the wall. The writing is on the wall, and Daniel was the one who could interpret the riddle. Okay? So, my question to you, or my one, as we look at all the information that we have been watching, connected to April 29th, April 26th is also a marker in Israel's calendar based on number of days, their 73rd birthday. It leads us to the key of David. It leads us to a riddle. It leads us to a gathering. And so the question is, could April 26th be the rapture, and 3 days later, on April 29th, the judgment? This would be an amazing situation where we have a 3-day window in between the two birthdays of Israel, and it could be the rapture with a 3-day warning for those that are left behind before the judgment actually falls. We don't know. All we can do is watch. And I just wanted to present this information that I'm seeing, and it's such a beautiful way for us to get understanding by being able to see the calendars, by being able to see the times, to see the fig tree generation. I mean, we have a 3-day period here that marks the generation of the fig tree like none other. I don't know if we could find this type of connection in any other year where two birthdays are actually happening within 3 days of each other. And the 73rd birthday is before the 72nd birthday. Isn't that amazing? So I just wanted to share this with you guys. I know we are so close. And, a lot of people had been getting on me because I was not watching Passover. What are you doing, Steve? You're not watching Passover. How could you jump over Passover? Well, I saw something, okay? I saw something very clearly about the message of the quarantine, 40 days, the sign of the destruction in the asteroid. It's the 120th day of the year. It's Israel's 72nd birthday. But now we have the 73rd birthday 3 days before that. So that is another amazing sign for us. And so don't lose hope. There's people that want to quit now watching because Jesus didn't come on Passover. Well, the fig tree generation. Don't overlook the generation of the fig tree. This generation shall not pass the birthday of Israel, the generation of the fig tree. I pray you guys are blessed. This is Steve Fletcher with a trumpet for my people, the sign of his coming revealed.